Imagination is everything to me. Well, it must be to any writer. That's what any writer does for a living. He makes things up.
I suppose it's pretty much the most important thing in my life.
It's hard to separate writing fiction or poetry from imagination. It's so fundamental, it's almost impossible to talk about.
I've just finished making a documentary which was about whether computer programs will ever be able to write poems. And the short answer, of course, is like, no, they can't. And the way that human beings work, you know, like, is so different from the way a computer works.
But particularly for me, I've always been, that was always the faint praise I got damned with at school, was when he's very imaginative, you know, which was a double-edged sword. It's a notch above liar, I think, was what the teachers were implying.
The idea of the artist being the imaginative one and everyone else just kind of going, oh wow, that's so creative, that's so imaginative, is over. I think everyone has an imagination.
But then even when you read like a kind of a poem which is written by a computer, there's you, the kind of the reader, you bring so much imagination to it anyway.
Imagination is really important to me in my work, and I obviously try and use it in every piece that I write and perform. But I'm also really interested in other people's imagination.
The kind of jumping off point for so much fiction and poetry is usually something that you have experienced, or people you have met, or situations you've been in, that then the imagination is the point where you jump off into the unknown and the story takes over rather than you're writing a fact.
When you ask an audience to use their own imagination on the night, it creates something really live, very specific, something that can never be repeated.
The thing is, I guess, that, you know, regardless of where like something kind of comes from, you can always kind of bring more kind of like of your own kind of imagination to the party, really. You bring a lot of it yourself, and I think.
You know, when you get a really great idea, for me it never feels like it's my idea or it comes from me. I feel like I've caught it on the wing, or I'm kind of channeling it somehow, or I've just been open to it and I'm able to express it. I think that in general imagination is collective.
Most imaginative people are also fearful people, because you don't just imagine the good things. So actually I try and channel my madness into my work as far as possible.
It's this huge virtual power, this almost superpower that we have to that enables us to think about how things could be and put ourselves into situations that actually we might never be able to be physically present in.
But nevertheless, I've been able to harness it. And I do like things that stretch the imagination. I always have done, you know, as a punter.
For me, it's the most important part of what being human is.